So I got my final paycheck yesterday, so now I feel safe posting this video. I worked at annotation.tech for 7 months, almost 7 months, and I just want to alleviate the first concern I know a lot of people have about it. It's not a scam, it's real work, it's real money, and for the right person, it's awesome. But and besides that, I'm sure most of you could stop the video here. If you want to hear my personal experience, that's what I'm going to get into. I'm not going to break any of my NDAs. I'm going to try to give, they don't like you talking about how their company works, and that's fair. Even if I don't agree with how the company's run, I still signed the documents and, do the honorable thing, do the right thing, be good to your word. Unless it's AT&T. Fuck those guys. But, no, so I'm going to tell you what I did wrong, and I'm going to tell you who I think that job is best for, without breaking my NDAs, or discussing how the company works too much. Because I think there's something that's fair to say about how the company works. No one is all corporations can be criticized. So what I personally did is I broke the code of conduct, which sounds really bad, but it's not hard to do. And it was something, what made me mad was, at any other job, if I had a direct supervisor, the first time I did it, because I did it multiple times, and I never lied about it because I forgot that I was doing something wrong. And at any other job, the first time a supervisor would have just corrected me, and I would have never done it again. Because I liked my job. And I'll be honest, I loved my job until I got fired. It was perfect for me at first, but that's just really it. At the end of the day, I got completely shit canned from, I had a ton of projects I was on. I literally woke up and just picked and chose how I wanted to make money today. It was awesome. I never did anything unethical or immoral. I just, but I did break the code of conduct. And that's that. Like I said, I can't be mad at them. I agreed to those terms, and those terms are, you're not going to get much feedback, and if you screw up, you're not going to know. And a lot of times, you might not know, because you can make a lot of little mistakes, and those add up. And the problem is they say, read the directions, read them twice, and that's fair. And I tried to read them every day, but it's just a lot of information. And after 7 months, I hadn't read the code of conduct, because in all fairness, the code of conduct is not big. So that's still on me. But I hadn't read it since my first month. I forgot about it. And because of some of the projects you do, the part of the code I broke was very understandable to break, It wasn't nothing you were probably thinking it, but also, I agreed to those terms. Now, as far as who that job is perfect for, I think my biggest mistake at the end of the day was trying to do it full time. Now, it's important to realize that there's two distinct parts to annotation.tech. There's the coding half, and then there's everything else. And I wasn't on the coding half, and someone on the coding half probably has a very different experience than me, because to treat, if you're lucky to get a good coder, to treat them like I got treated in the end, that's just bad business. Good coders don't just fall off of trees. But that was ultimately my mistake, was trying to be a full-time annotator, because the sheer amount of information you have to comprehend on a daily basis, and the instructions you have to follow is it's substantial, and that's why the money's real. It is a job. You do work, and it's mentally draining work. Like, my average day was like 3 to 4 hours, but that still made me good money. But complacency kills, as we said in the Army, and it killed me at this job too. So the best advice I could give you was advice I got and didn't listen to. Don't do it full time, do it part time, or else you will make mistakes. And on that note is the other part of this, is it's not, if you read on boards, it really is a matter of, it's not if you'll get fired, it's when you'll get fired. You will get fired. And that's probably the weakest point of that company. Because you're probably just like me, you're going to get fired for something that a supervisor could have taken 10 seconds to correct you on, and you'd be good. And they say that they just don't have a big enough team, but my personal opinion on that is like, look, if you have the time to review my work and take me off of everything I was on and kick me out of a Slack channel, you have time to send me a quick instant message and say, hey, yeah, dude, don't do this again or you're done. So, yeah. And that's just about it. So I would say do it. It's good money. It's simple money. You read instructions, you do the work. But don't put your eggs in that basket. Keep it as a part-time gig, because even just 2 hours of working there is very draining. I had to work to condition myself to get up to a consistent 4.5, 3.5 hours a day. But I don't think they don't like it when you talk about how their business functions, but I put all my eggs in this basket. I screwed up. I bet on this company. I thought I was good. And 7 months in, I got fired for something I could have just been corrected on. I'll be fine. I have a million skills. I'll always find work. But aside from that, there's a lot of great things about that company. It is awesome. I just think that needs to change. You don't fire good workers for something they could just be corrected on. That's just bad business. And maybe I wasn't a good worker. I thought I was. I was trying to be. Yeah. That's it. It's a roll of the dice. Definitely worth doing. And it's not a scam. The money's real. Good luck. And it was fun, DA. Mixed review.